All right, hey guys, my name is Keith Kearney. I'm here with my good friend and partner, Chris Curtis, and welcome to the Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 a.m. traffic webinar. We have a really good webinar planned for you guys tonight. We are going to essentially share with you the roadmap that Chris and I, have used to generate thousands and thousands of leads and build teams of thousands of people in multiple network marketing companies. And really, we have a lot of new people joining 2 a.m. Traffic, and Chris and I are really excited about that. First of all, we want to thank all of the affiliates that are out there spreading the word about 2 a.m. Traffic, people that are using the blog platform, people that are using the free traffic credits in the back office to get the word out. Thank you guys for spreading the word, and of course, we see new people almost every day now earning commissions with our system, so we're really excited. We're basically hitting that huge growth spurt that we thought we were going to hit, and we're doing it sooner than we thought we were going to. So thank you guys so much for helping us to grow this system, and most importantly, with all the new people that are here and the people that are showing up to these webinars, we want to ask you guys a really important question. Why are you here? What are you trying to accomplish here with the 2 a.m. Traffic system? And hopefully the answer to that question is that you'd like to grow your primary network marketing business. You'd like to grow your affiliate programs and the different offers that you guys are currently involved in. And really, guys, that's why we decided to create 2 a.m. Traffic. We see a lot of butting heads out there in this industry, people talking about, my compensation plan is better than yours and my products are better than yours, and you're going to find that stuff. It's typical out there in the industry. But that's really one of the reasons why we created this 2 a.m. Traffic system, because we wanted to get away from that, and we wanted to teach people and show people how to use our platform to grow their own business, because we know, of course, most people at the center and the center of their goals are for them to build their primary business, not to build a 2 a.m. Traffic business or a different business. So we figured if we could deliver some kind of platform to you guys to help you do that, then you would be more likely to go out and do that as well. Secondly, guys, we want to show you a way to put money in your pocket while you're building your primary program. Chris and I are specialists when it comes to video marketing and blogging. In fact, if it weren't for those two strategies, I probably wouldn't be here on this webinar with you today. And that's a true fact. I've built my team or different teams and different companies solely through video marketing and blogging. And Chris, I know you've done a lot with blogging as well and video marketing, so that's a really important factor. We see people joining our team. There's really not a problem with that, or at least that's where we are in our careers. Getting people in the door is not a big deal. It's getting those people to actually duplicate and do what you're doing. That's where you're going to start running into some issues. So you may not even be at that point yet, and you'll get there if you continue to be consistent. But it's a good problem to have, because you have people coming in the door, which means you are making money, but now you're looking at your team and you're thinking, what can I do? Well, that's why we created 2 a.m. Traffic. Secondly, is because we wanted to create a system that was easy. So guys, pro members, you guys know, free members on the webinar, you don't have the benefit of knowing this yet, but once you upgrade your membership to Pro, this blog is completely set up and ready for you right out of the gate. It takes away all the guesswork. It takes away having to, create a hosting account and pay for your domain and hosting fees and installing WordPress and coming up with the fancy graphics and building your pages and having to create backlinks and get authority with Google. Guys, the list goes on, and that's where we ran into the issue with building our teams, where people were coming in, but they just, the learning curve to set up your own blog and go through all those steps, it's unlikely that people are going to do that, okay? So we created this system to help you with that. Now, before we move on to the next topic, Chris, was there anything that you wanted to add to that there? And I think you're off mute now.
Yeah, not really, Keith. One thing that I would add is blogging is the most powerful tool in your entire marketing arsenal when it comes to generating leads, because the leads are actually looking for you. And that's the thing. That's the difference between having a blog and going out there and doing drop cards and all of the other things that people do in network marketing. If you have a blog and you know how to optimize that blog, you know how to get listed in Google, which we show you how to do, you don't have to go out and find the right prospects. The right prospects are actually going to find you, which is why it's important to put your contact information on your blog and make it really easy for people to plug into what you're doing. But excellent job so far, Keith, and 100% agree, man.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, guys, moving along here, what we want you to do, and if you have a pen, jot this down, because we are seriously sharing this this roadmap with you. So, take as many notes as you can tonight. But first of all, you need to identify what you would like to achieve with this system. Okay, how much extra money do you need to make on a monthly basis? I ask people that question a lot. I hear all different kinds of answers, but really what we're looking for is a specific number. Just to want to make a lot of money is just not enough, guys. You got to be specific with it. Be realistic. That's another important key here. So, I'm not going to tell you how much you should be trying to earn, but realistically, it would make sense to maybe put a number like $500 in your first 90 days, or starting today in the next 90 days, wherever you are in your companies, in your respective businesses, you want to earn $500 in the next 90 days. And I'm not even going to say that that's going to be easy. Lots of people come into this industry thinking that $500 should be something you should make in your first week or your first month. But the truth is, guys, with a network marketing opportunity, it takes time. You're talking about multiple levels of income. So I'll just give you a quick idea. Let's say your product that you sell or the auto ship that your people are involved in is about $100 a month, which is typical. It's the average in this industry. Well, you're earning anywhere from 5% and 7% and 10% on multiple levels. Let's say you're earning 5% on a $100 ticket. You're talking about $5 in residual income each month. So how many people do you really need in your organization to earn something substantial? Well, you're going to need quite a bit of people in that team. So you have to be realistic in your approach to understand that network marketing takes time. On the other hand, we have 2AM Traffic, which is more of a funded proposal to help you to put money in your pocket while you're building your network marketing company. Okay, so that's really what we want you to think of. Now, I want you to also consider this, guys. Think about how many sales you need to make to earn that dollar amount that you put in your head and you put on paper. So again, I'll give you another example. Let's say $500 is the dollar amount that you have in your mind. Okay, I want to earn $500 in the next 90 days. Well, your company may pay out a fast start bonus. Okay, they may pay. I'm just throwing some rough numbers out there. But let's say your big company package sells for $500. Every time you sell that $500 package, you earn what they call a $100 fast start bonus. Well, now you have a map. Now you have a game plan of what you need to do. In order to earn $500, you would need to do what? Make 5 sales, right? 5 sales, 5 times 100 would be $500. Now we're getting places. Now we have specifics. We have it on paper. We know exactly how many sales we need to earn in order to hit that goal. That's a lot better than just saying, hey, I want to make some money, right? Next, you want to figure out how many leads you should probably need to generate in order to make that happen. Now, this isn't always the easiest thing. And I'm giving you some basics here, and some people are probably rolling their eyes like, oh, well, Keith, I mean, this is pretty standard and basic stuff. And yeah, it is, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook this stuff and don't take the time to write this stuff down, and that could be why you're not where you want to be. But how many how many leads do you need to generate? So if your company allows you to see the leads that you generate, if you have some kind of front-end program for that, then it's easy to figure out. Okay, I've made 2 sales and I've generated 20 leads. So what does that mean? Well, that means that every 10 sales that I keep saying sales. Every 10 leads that I generate, on average, I get 1 sale. Okay, so those numbers could change, but now we're getting even more specific. Now we have some numbers in our head, so we can really get out there and say, okay, every time I get to 10 leads, I earn a sale. So when you're at like 7 or 8 leads come into your back office, you're like 3 more sales, I know what I'm gonna, or I gotta stop with 3 more leads, and I'm gonna make a sale. You see what I'm saying? So we're looking for specifics with this roadmap here. And before I move on, Chris, is there anything that you wanted to add to that as far as specific amounts go?
First of all, I want to re-emphasize that people need to take notes because what we're covering here is very specific information that will help you develop a roadmap to figure out how you or what you need to do to be successful. And it is quantifiable. You can put it in a box, and once you come up with the numbers, those numbers don't lie, guys. This is a numbers game. You hear it time and time again, and there's something called exponential multiplication. We're talking about earning $500 over your first 90 days, and that may not seem like a lot of money when you can consider a traditional job or a traditional business structure or whatever, but that is going to multiply on itself. Okay, so that $500 is going to multiply by 2 times. That's going to multiply by 2 times, and so on and so forth. So as you get into the exponential multiplication, once you figure out what works, it's going to start growing exponentially, which means multiplying on itself, and that's where you really get into the big money. But you've got to start where you're at. You've got to start with something that you can quantify, something that you can put in a box. So take notes to what Keith is saying, and once again, Keith, you're doing a great job, man. Keep going, bro.
All right, thanks, man. That's a really important point, too, is that in time, that income will start to build, and that 500 can turn into 1,000 and can turn into 1,500 a lot easier than it took you, to get from 0 to 500, because now you have momentum and you're leveraging, your efforts through other people. So that's a really good point, Chris. I want to share this analogy with you guys. I use it a lot, so if you've been on the webinar or you're a friend of mine, you talk to me, you probably hear me use this. So I live in New York, and if I wanted to go, let's say, take a vacation and go down to Florida, I wouldn't just hop in my car and just start heading south and just figure, well, hey, eventually I'll find Florida. No, what I would do is I would go to MapQuest, and more likely I would just pick up my fancy smartphone and I would just, turn my GPS on and plug in, the address destination, and GPS would just lead me the whole way. Now, I would have that map in front of me, though. I would be able to actually identify the exact route that I was going to take to go from New York, where I live, to the destination in Florida. So why do we take so much time to plan for our vacation, and we don't take that same time to plan for our financial future in our business? This is a business that we're in. It needs to be treated like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you're not going to make any money. And again, I'm just trying to be completely blunt here with you, because we want you to be successful in this industry. So you got to treat it like a real business, and you got to have a roadmap in front of you. Let me look at my notes here, guys. So what we want to do is, this is what I would do, and it is what I do. I created a success journal. That's what I call it. You can call it whatever you want. That may sound a little cheesy to you. That's what I call it, success journal. And what I do is I create daily action goals. Okay, and these daily action goals are the most important thing that you can have. So people, they create their goals, and they create goals like, well, in the next 30 days I want to recruit 15 people. Well, that's great, but what kind of actions do you have to take on a daily basis to get there? Again, specifics, guys, specifics. Your brain does amazing things when you can put specifics in there and you know exactly what you need to do. Trust me, it's going to make a big difference. So create those daily action goals. What do you have to do on a daily basis to move further ahead in your business? If you're not moving forwards, you're moving backwards. That's a bad thing, right? So stay on the front end. When you hear people say the front end, what that term means that you need to be doing things that are going to directly be responsible for recruiting people into your business. Okay, so sitting around, we used to do this all the time, and this is a little joke, but we used to constantly be getting ready to do our business, getting ready to get ready to do the business. So we'd be checking the phone lines, make sure they're okay, looking at the papers on the desk. I got my sticky notes here, and you're fiddling around looking for things to do, but you're really not doing anything, guys. So you get on the front end of your business. The front end means something that's going to directly bring somebody into your business or bring a new recruit into the pipeline. That's the most important thing. Then you need to create those weekly achievement goals. Okay, so a weekly achievement goal would be something that you can measure the success that you're having. So if you say, well, each day I'm going to do this, by the end of the week you should measure and say, I'd like to get 3 new recruits this week, but by doing that, I'm going to do 5 phone calls every single day. I'm going to send 10 emails and 3 follow-ups messages, something like that. So you have your daily action goals and you have your weekly achievement goal. Then you want to have some kind of monthly achievement goal, something that you can measure on a monthly basis. And then what you want to do is put all this in writing. Okay, everything on paper, again, specific. Hang it above your workstation. Put it on your ceiling. Put it by your work desk, put it below your computer. Sometimes, my wife was laughing at me the other day because I leave these silly little messages like, you're a stud and good morning and, you're the man and stuff like that. And she laughs and she's like, you crack me up because you do this stuff, but she goes, it puts me in a good mood. She's like, and, that's what you need to do. You got to do little things that are going to put you in a good mood. And you got to look at those things. You know, you got to look at those goals that you have on paper and say to yourself, well, this is what I got to accomplish today. Trust me, it'll help you. Read it aloud when you wake up, and read it before you go to sleep, you know, and put it in your mind and keep it fresh. And I'm telling you, it's going to work. So before we move on, was there anything that you wanted to add to that, Chris?
Yeah, I think the success journal is really, really important. Another thing that I find really helpful, you know, we study a lot of Napoleon Hill, and the most important thing you can do is to first of all come up with a definite purpose. And that's kind of what we're talking about tonight. And what I would do is, like Keith said, be very specific on what your definite purpose is, okay? Don't be afraid to look long-term and dream big either. You know, there's nothing in life that you cannot accomplish when you put your mind to it. But what I would do is, if you have a recorder on your computer, which everybody does, go out and buy a cheap little microphone or record a message on your phone itself and record your definite purpose. Okay, and play that back to yourself where you can hear your voice telling you multiple times a day, whenever you remember to play that message, what your definite purpose is, okay? Why failure is not an option for you. And the more you hear that, the more it's going to seed in your subconscious mind, which is where the power is really at. Guys, our subconscious mind has the ability to make mathematical calculations and make plans for us that we couldn't possibly do on a conscious level. So in order to program your conscious mind, you have to hear a message over and over and over again, and there's no better voice to hear that message than your own voice. So I recommend, you know, along with the Success Journal, make an audio recording and be very specific about what your long-term goals are. Play those long-term goals, play your definite purpose back to yourself, and you'll find things will start to just fall in line. It's almost magic. It's not. It's very scientific, but it is kind of magical when you think about it. But go ahead, brother.
All right, man, that's a really good idea. Something that I actually used to do, and I should probably get back into doing it, but with my phone, for example, I got the voice recorder right there. I can just click on it, record myself a message, listen to it over and over again, and Chris, I really like that idea, honestly. And you kind of went ahead just a step there. I don't know if you knew I was going to bring up motivation and Zig Ziglar and Napoleon Hill and that kind of stuff, but self-motivation is the next key, guys. Books and CDs. You got to have books. You got to be buying books and educating yourself and wanting to learn more. And CDs are important, guys, you know, because I drive around in my car quite a bit, and I listen to a lot of music, or at least I used to, and I thought to myself, you know, driving down the highway and singing this song, and how is it that I know every single word to this song, and yet, you know, the song isn't helping me to make any more money. It's not helping me to move forward in, you know, with my financial goals, right? I mean, sure, it's a good song. It gets me excited. I'm not saying don't ever listen to music. What I am saying, though, is, like Chris said, your subconscious mind is powerful. You don't realize what you're picking up. So if you're driving around listening to CDs, motivational CDs, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, you know, whatever you got, whatever your cup of tea is, that's going to help you, and it's really going to get your mind in the right place. And people think about it, and they say, well, I've done all that self-motivation stuff. Zig Ziglar says it best. He says, well, you bathe every day, don't you? Well, it's the same with motivation. You bathe every day because, you know, let's say a shower might last you for a day. Tomorrow, you feel the need to shower again, don't you? Well, the same with motivation, guys. You need to consistently renew your motivation, okay? So just like you wake up every morning, take a shower, or maybe some of you get people do it at night, whatever your, you know, routine is, most of us shower on a daily basis. Well, the same thing is true with your motivation. You should renew your motivation every day, because motivation sometimes doesn't even last a whole day. You know, you might motivate yourself in the morning, and by noon, or, you know, by dinner time, you already need to re-motivate yourself. So that's important stuff. And then take action. That's the most important thing with everything that we're teaching you here, is to take action. So here's where the actual nuts and bolts of this game plan come into play. So if you're taking notes so far, great, but definitely write this stuff down. Okay, I'm going to cover this stuff. I'm going to get through it, and then I'm going to go back to you, Chris, and see what your thoughts on this are. But number one, the first step, what we want you guys to do as part-timers in this business, we would like you to, and this is something you need to be consistent with, guys. You need to start adding between 1 and 3 blog posts every single week to your 2 a.m. traffic blog on a consistent basis between 1 and 3, and these are bare minimum numbers, okay? So, you know, maybe you have a question, well, Keith, is it okay to do more than that? Absolutely is the answer to that question. As a full-time marketer, meaning, you know, you don't have a JOB, or let's say you have a JOB but you still have full-time hours that you can invest into this business, you need to be adding between 3 and 7 blog posts every single week to your 2 a.m. traffic blog. Now, there's a couple of things, and that's easy to say, just add content, but you need to plug into our training in the back office. You need to log in, go to the pro member area. If you haven't already watched the videos, guys, if you're free members, you're not going to get access to it. It's part of the whole upgrade. It's part of what entices people to upgrade. That's a good thing, because that means that people underneath you are also going to want to upgrade, which is going to earn you commission with our system. But you need to be watching these videos. They're going to show you step by step what you need to do, how to create a post, how to research your products, how to know whether or not it's worth to write about a particular product, whether this, you know, keyword is in demand or not. This is all really important stuff. Chris had hooked us up with these share buttons at the bottom of each of our blog posts, guys. This is so important to share the content, because the content gets distributed across all the social networks. It creates backlinks for you. The list goes on, but this is really important stuff. So again, with every blog post that you create, make sure you're using the share buttons at the bottom. And the question might be, well, do I have to sign up for these different different social networks? Yes, you sign up once. If you have a Facebook account, you should be able to link them to your Facebook, which will be really easy, and then you just share them with every single post you create, share them across the networks. Number 2, you want to be creating on a part-time basis 1 to 3 new videos every single week. Now, these videos could be like we're doing right here, face-to-face videos on the camera. They could be screen share videos. There's a number of different ways that you can create your videos. And if you've never done a video and you need some assistance on some of the software to use, guys, send us a support ticket, support@2amtraffic.com, and we will get back to you with some of the software that we would recommend that you use for the screen sharing videos. But again, you got to take that step. You got to get yourself in front of the camera. You got to start making videos. You got to slop it up to mop it up, guys, because you know what? You're going to start out, your videos aren't going to be that great. Okay, I'm going to tell you that straight up. They're not going to be that great. Eventually, they're going to get better. Just like everything, you're going to get better in time as you continue to do more videos. Now, here's some keys, guys. With these videos that we're creating, we're not just creating videos and sending them out into YouTube land and hoping that people are going to find them somehow. What we need to do is we need to title those videos properly, just like we would our blog posts, so that people will find them. And then we need to link our blog post to the video that we upload on YouTube. Now, if you don't have a YouTube account, you need to create one. And also, I'm just going to plug our 2 a.m. traffic account right now, but guys, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the 2 a.m. traffic official channel, youtube.com/2 a.m. traffic. Subscribe so that you can stay up to date on our YouTube videos and what we're releasing, and it'll just give you some good information. You'll get to see what the pros and the experts are doing, and you can follow our lead. That makes a lot of sense. That's what I used to do when I was learning, is I'd follow and I'd subscribe to all of my mentors and the people that I knew were video marketers and making the big bucks. I'd go out there and I'd follow what they were doing. Okay, so when I say link that blog post, I don't mean link your blog, 2amtraffic.com/blog/John Doe. What I mean is link the exact URL of that post. Okay, so when you create a post, it's going to create a new URL. That URL you can copy and paste into the description box in YouTube. So this does a number of things. A, when people watch your video, it's relevant now because they have a link that brings them back to a blog post that you created about your video. That makes sense. 2, it creates a high-powered backlink from a social network or a video marketing site like YouTube. Okay, so kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. Now, on the flip side of that, when you link your video, or excuse me, when you link your post to your video, you also want to take that video and add it to your blog. Okay, so if I were to do a write-up on how to generate 20 leads per week with this 2 a.m. traffic marketing system, what I would do is I would do the write-up on my blog, then I would create a video about it, I would upload that video to YouTube, I would put a link in the YouTube description back to my blog, and then I would take that video and I would also have the video appear in my actual blog post, and then I would talk about that video and make sure everything is relevant. Okay, so now what you're doing is creating reciprocal links. You know, you're probably going to boost yourself up in the search engine by doing so, and you're going to position yourself to look like you know what you're talking about, which is really half of the battle here. That's really the most important thing when it comes to marketing and getting in front of people. People need to like you and trust you if they're going to do business with you. Okay, so that's the strategy for the blog and the video marketing part. You also need to be using the SafeList mailers in the back office. Now, SafeList mailers are not going to get you rich, guys. You're not going to build huge teams with them. I know some people that just flat out don't believe in using them. Hey, if that's what you think, then that's your prerogative. But I'm here today to tell you that it works. It works to get traffic. It works to get people in, and sometimes that's all you need. You just need a spark. You need a couple of people to get on board with you to see this thing, and you know what, guys? They join you in 2 a.m. traffic. These are leads that you can convert into sales for your other businesses. Okay, we've had it happen time and time again. Chris, you know of it. I've seen it happen in my business, in my primary business. Other members are also getting 2 a.m. traffic signups. They're creating relationships with those people, and then they move on to join them in their primary MLMs. So it's important that you mail the SafeList at least 1 to 3 times per week. Now write that down. Now I understand as a free member, some people say, well, Keith, free members are usually only allowed to mail SafeList once a week, and that is very true. But if you join as many as you can, and you make it so that you mail, lists 1, 2, and 3 on Monday, lists 3, 4, 5, and 6 on Tuesday, lists 7, 8, and 9 on Wednesday, and you write it all down. Again, specifics. Okay, I hope you're getting the tone of this. Putting things on paper. Then you can go back and then re-mail those same ones on Monday, and then re-mail those same ones on Tuesday, and then same ones on Wednesday. And now you have something that you can do every single day in your business. I would also recommend, guys, that you upgrade in some of these SafeLists. And I'm a realist, and I understand that it costs money to do this. And in most cases, yes, it does take some money to make money on this internet. And you might say, well, I don't have the money to do that. And I can respect that, guys. But you know what? There was a point where I didn't have the money to upgrade in the SafeList either. Okay, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Money didn't just fall out of the sky for me. In fact, when I got started, guys, I was pretty much near broke, okay? And when there's a will, there's a way. That's why, I'm kind of tough-minded, and some people, I might rub some people the wrong way. It's because I truly care about people, but I don't buy into all those excuses about, well, I don't have the money and I can't afford to do that right now. Okay, great. We're all financially where we are because of the decisions that we made. We have to be responsible for that. But we can change that, okay? We don't have to stay broke. I mean, we can change the way we think, which will ultimately put more money in our pocket. So if you want it bad enough, you'll figure out a way to do it, okay? You're looking at somebody that just barely made it out of high school, and I know maybe that sounds crazy, like you guys might think I have this, like, my master's degree or something like that, and that was a joke. But I don't, and I have no college experience, and I just knew that I didn't want to work for somebody for the rest of my life. And I knew that I wanted to be my own boss, and so here we are today, and here I am being my own boss, doing all the things that I thought I was going to do. So what I did is I made a goal to upgrade into 1 new SafeList each month. And you might say, well, Keith, where'd you get the money for that? My primary business, the tools that I were promoting. I made an effort to go out there and make sales in my business so that I could take part of that commission, and instead of going out and having drinks and whining and dining and finding a girl that I could, bring out and spend money on, what I did was I took a good percentage of that money and I upgraded into the SafeList, and I used it for advertising. I think it was like the end of 7 months, 6 or 7 months in, guys, I was upgraded to about 8 or 9 different SafeLists. I was sending anywhere from 10 to 20,000 emails every 3 days, through these 7 or 8 SafeLists that I was upgraded to, and that's when I started seeing consistent sales. It might have been 1 or 2 sales, and Chris, you know it because I was in your business, in one of your businesses underneath you, and that was partially how I was generating some traffic and sales. But you got to be, proactive about it, guys. And we have a referral builder in the 2am traffic mail, in the back office for you guys to join the programs. Not only that, but when people join those programs underneath you, then you're earning referral points and bonuses and credits that you can then use and turn around and send out to more people. Not only that, guys, but we have like a ton of free advertising, like $700 worth if you're a pro member, and more so now with the So Cool bonus. By the way, if you're a member of the 2am Traffic Pro upgrade, definitely take advantage of the So Cool bonus. There's like $635 worth of free advertising right there. That's a list you can literally build on autopilot. Then we have all the free traffic credits. So there's really no excuses on why you guys shouldn't be at least generating some kind of activity in your business. I don't believe in excuses, guys. You know, get back there and check out the Safe List. Join them. Does it take time? Of course it takes time. You know, if there was an easier way, I'd be the first person to tell you. Trust me. I have a financial interest in everybody that's on this webinar and everybody that joins 2am Traffic. I mean, of course, that's what I would like you to do, is be successful. So please believe me when I tell you this is the way to do it. You know, I mean, there's no shortcuts. You got to take some time. One little note I can tell you, though, when you're joining these Safe Lists, create a second and third Gmail account, guys. It's no big deal. Just go in, create a free Gmail account that you're not going to use, that you don't care about, because you're going to get a whole lot of emails sent to those the emails that you use to sign up with. Okay. Moving on to the last part. Well, you got to be consistent with the mailing. That's obvious. I just kind of shared that stuff with you. But moving on to the last part is Facebook, and then I'm going to pass it to you, Chris. But the whole point of Facebook, guys, I think we're missing the point of Facebook. It's not for us to spam people's walls with links. It's not for us to see how many groups we can join and just massively bombard people with our sign-up link. And I mean, please don't take offense to this if that's what you're doing. Most of us just don't know it yet, and that's why we're doing it. We don't understand, because again, I did it. It's not like I'm Mr. Perfect over here. I was that spammer on Facebook and MySpace. I was doing well before Facebook was even popular. That's where I started, believe it or not. Was on MySpace, and I hated MySpace. I mean, I didn't have a MySpace profile because, I was trying to get up, with what was going on in the social, network. I was just trying to recruit people, and I didn't realize that buying auto posting software that would post to 700,000 profiles in a week was spam. I mean, I know that sounds silly, but I just really didn't understand that, So I came off as a spammer in the beginning, and I apologize, and I pissed a lot of people off doing it that way, but I learned, and I learned the hard way. So again, Facebook is it's not used for spamming, guys. I mean, you're not going to get anywhere. All you're going to do is make people mad. No one's going to join your business. I mean, people see links every single day. A link is a link is a link. I mean, it's nothing. So what do you use Facebook for? Well, that's a good question. This is what I use Facebook for, relationship creation, okay? So we want to create relationships with people so that we can ultimately sell them into our business, right? So I would look to friend some people that are in the same niche as me. I would look to friend people. If I'm in the health and nutrition industry, believe it or not, you may think that's your competition, but that's a gold mine to me. I want to get in with those people, and not so I can bash their comp plan and tell them that mine is better, but because people, and Chris, you and I were talking about this today, they join people. Programs are good, and companies and products and all that stuff, but you know what? People want to join people that know what they're doing. They want to join leaders. They want to join authority figures. If you even come off remotely close to what you're talking about, you're going to get someone's attention. And we're not asking you to lie or be somebody that you're not. We're just asking you to be confident and share with people the tools that you have. 2am Traffic is a great tool to share with people. I mean, we have a blogging platform, literally, guys, and we're not going to do it on this webinar, but we have a platform that people use to get listed in the search engines. I mean, ridiculously huge affiliates in 2am Traffic that are seriously being ranked for these big words that are just generating tons and tons of traffic. And Chris and I were going through it. We're looking at all these different people and all these different posts, and I'm thinking, this is incredible. I mean, we write a post, and literally within days, guys, we're getting listed in Google because we've done our homework on it. So That's what you use Facebook for. You use Facebook to position yourself as somebody who knows what they're talking about, somebody that cares about someone else's success, and ultimately, it's not a overnight deal. And most people, the truth is a lot of people give up on this strategy before they actually get anywhere with it. You know, I don't really know what to tell you not to give up on it. I mean, I guess hopefully the motivation part training that we just talked about before might help you to stay a little bit more focused, but don't give up on it, guys, because you know what? I use the chat box to chat with people. It's crazy. I know. I just open up the chat, and if I see somebody there, I drop them a message. Hey, John, this is Keith. How's it going? You know, and I express a little bit of interest in what they're doing. I ask them some questions, find out a little bit about them. People I've had people open up and tell me their life story in a Facebook chat. You know, it's like people are dying to share with you, you know, what they're doing. So ask them some questions, express some interest, you know, find out what they're all about, learn a little bit more about what they're doing, and then slowly and confidently move yourself in as that authority figure, that leader that ultimately has, you know, the answer to the $1 million question, which is, how do I get more people in my business? You know what? Because most people come off like they're making a whole lot of money. They act like they're doing well. They act like they got everything, you know, set up. But the truth is, if you look at the numbers don't lie. Statistics show that, you know what? Most people aren't making it in this industry. Most people need our help. They need your help, believe it or not. You know, and you may think, well, I need your help, Keith. And, well, you know what? We're here to help you. But once we help you, then you need to pass that help on to the next person. And by doing that, you're getting the gratification of helping people, but you're also building relationships and truly networking, which I didn't really know what that word meant until, you know, just a year ago, what it really meant to really network with somebody. But that's the roadmap. That's what I have for you guys. Chris, I'm going to pass it over to you. See if you have anything you want to add to it there.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I'm just going to do kind of a recap about what we've gone over tonight and kind of put it into an order that I would approach it from. And the first thing is your mindset. You know, you've got to go into this with the right mindset, with the right motivation behind you. You need to be watching the motivational videos. You know, Keith went over that just a second ago, but I can tell you from firsthand experience, guys, that if you're plugging into these motivational videos and motivational teachings on a daily basis, it is going to change your mind. It is going to make you more positive. And when you're more positive, you attract more positive people. You know, that's the key, is when you're putting positive energy out there, you're attracting positive things back to you. We reap what we sow. You know, the Bible's clear that when you think on the good things in life. Don't dwell on the negative things. Don't dwell on the things that are going wrong, but dwell on the things that are going right and the things that are going to put you in a positive mode. When it comes to blogging, it's very important. We're recapping once again. Blog 3 to 5 times a week. Okay, and even if you're full-time in this industry, guys, you know if you're full-time that being full-time is not like having a full-time job. Believe me, I don't sit behind my computer for 8 to 12 hours a day. I'm behind my computer for 3 or 4 hours a day at the most, and I do a lot of work on the computer. So you don't have to spend a lot of time doing this. You just need to be disciplined, and you need to have a set amount of time each and every day that you're dedicating to your blog, because remember that the information you're putting on the internet is digital in nature, which means it's going to add to itself. The information you put on there today is going to be there 5 years from now. Okay, and even if your website is taken down, it's going to be archived 5 years from now and somewhere out there on the internet. Anything you put out there is going to be out there forever. So the more information you put out there, the more blog posts that you make, obviously the more gateways you have of people coming in and looking at that content and giving your affiliate links and your network marketing business that much more exposure. When it comes to the safe list, I've never been a huge fan of safe lists, guys. I'll just be completely honest with you. I've always been a search engine marketing guy, but I'll tell you, we have had massive success in the safe list with the 2AM Traffic platform. And 2AM Traffic serves as a perfect funded proposal. And if you don't know what a funded proposal is, guys, basically it's something that appeals to everyone that you can plug people into and get them to pay you each and every month so that then when they're paying you, you can pay for your advertising, and then on the back end, you can get them into your business. So the purpose of the Safe List in 2AM Traffic is to promote 2AM Traffic, because we give you a whole bunch of lead pages. You know, you're able to plug people into those lead capture pages. They're going on your 2AM Traffic list that you have access to. You're able to mail those people every 3 days. So you want to be following up with the leads that you're generating, but as you're generating leads, a lot of those leads are going to upgrade. That's going to give you immediate money in your pocket where you're going to be able to, you know, upgrade into the Safe List or buy advertising packages to promote your main business, to promote your network marketing opportunity, but most importantly, use the 2AM Traffic platform to promote your primary business to the leads that you're generating. When it comes to Facebook marketing, video marketing, I just wanted to give you guys a quick example really quick of what Keith was talking about. And real quick, I'm just going to go on a screen share because I think this is really a powerful example of this. Napoleon Hill, the Napoleon Hill Foundation just came out with the Your Right to Be Rich audio. Okay, and basically what Your Right to Be Rich is it's all of the teachings from Napoleon Hill, the best teachings from way back in the day, you know, in the 50s when he was actually doing these teachings. But they're live teachings, and it's really cool the way they do it. But for Your Right to Be Rich video, which is a very highly competitive keyword phrase, guys, you can see out of 665 million results, the video that I uploaded to YouTube, you can see my name right here, Chris Curtis. You can go into an incognito window and verify this. The listings are the same. I'm not in an incognito window right now, but you can see that my video is listed number 2 for Your Right to Be Rich video out of 665 million results, and my 2AM Traffic post is listed right below it at number 4. That means out of 665 million results, guys, I have 2 of the top 10 listings in Google for that keyword phrase. The 2AM Traffic blog platform is a powerful system. Okay, this isn't something that we're just saying, oh yeah, you can get top search engine rankings. Guys, I could go through keyword phrase after keyword phrase of keyword phrases that we're listed on the first page of Google for highly competitive keyword phrases. Okay, so if you follow the training, if you follow what we teach you to do, this stuff actually works. And the key is to keep doing it. You know, like Keith said, be consistent about it. Don't give up after a week or 2 or after a month. Keep blogging each and every day, every couple of days, whatever you can do. Make the dedication, make the commitment to do it, because once you do, it's going to work. I want to go really quickly over to my blog. You know, one of the most powerful things about a blog, guys, is the sidebar area of your blog, because this sidebar is going to show up on every single blog page that you create. In 2AM Traffic, not only do we give you the ability to come up with customized themes and stuff like that and really, you know, customize your blog the way that you want it, but we also give you the ability to completely edit all aspects of your blog, including the sidebar area. In the sidebar area, guys, you need to have your contact information. You need to have your opt-in form. If you're not integrating an autoresponder, the MailChimp autoresponder, into your 2AM Traffic blog, you need to watch the webinar that we did on it and learn how to do it and do it. This is a great way to grow your list. You need to make sure that you have all of the information, and as a matter of fact, I'll go to the front of my blog here. I actually have just changed the sidebar of my blog, so I'm not being a very good example. But usually you want to have your network marketing opportunity link over here, whatever it is. You want to have any information over here that you want to provide for people. And we just added a cool widget for you guys in your widget section. So if you go over appearance and hover over widgets, I want you to check this out. This is really awesome. Down here under, let me see, I forget what it's called, Visual Editor. Okay, under the Visual Editor widget, guys, this will allow you to be able to add content to your sidebar in blog post format. Okay, so you can come up with the title to it. You can format your text the way you want. You can easily add images to your sidebar. You can easily add links and all that stuff without having to copy the HTML code. This is a great little tool that we've added for you to really be able to customize your sidebar and really make it just kick butt. You know, that's what you want it to be. You want people, when they're on your blog posts, regardless of what you're writing about, because remember, when you're writing content for your blog, you want to categorize that content and write about the stuff you're interested in. You don't just want to write about your home business, but you want to write about everything that you can possibly write about, and that's also going to help you in Google, because Google's not going to look at you as some kind of spam marketer. They're going to look at you as somebody who's adding relevant content. That's what you want to do. So be sure that the sidebar of your blog is updated with all of your information, with all of your banners, because those banners and that information are going to show up on every single page. Take the time to put the time into your blog. Guys, this is one of the hundreds, actually I won't say hundreds, I'll say dozens of blogs that I have on the internet, and I'm generating 557 visitors on a daily basis. Guys, I'm not driving traffic to this. You can see that unique views. I've had 195 unique views today. Okay, there are 4 people on my blog right now. How did I build it up to get this kind of traffic? Well, every time I make a blog post, guys, what I do is I made sure, just like Keith said, again recapping, you want to make sure that you're signed up to each one of these social networks and bookmarking sites that you can be signed up for. You want to share your blog post to each and every one of these sites, okay? So the most important ones are the ones that you see listed down here: Google+, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Twitter, StumbleUpon, Reddit, and Facebook. Digg is another important one. You want to have your links going to Digg, because this is search engine juice, guys. These are backlinks that actually count. Google actually gives relevance to these backlinks, especially on the social bookmarking sites like Reddit and Digg. You want to make sure that you share all of those blog posts, and that's what's going to allow your blog post to get listed, because Google's going to say, Yahoo's going to say, this guy has relevant content. People are participating in this guy's content on the social networks. That's what they like to see, so you want to make sure that you do that. So we've gone a little bit long tonight, guys. I apologize for kind of going overboard on the webinar, but one thing that we did want to do is on 2amtraffic.biz, guys, we do have a comment section, and if you have stuff to do, you're welcome to go ahead and get off the webinar this evening. But I would like to encourage you to go to 2amtraffic.biz if you're not on that site right now. And if you have a question, we're not going to answer a lot of questions, and we'll give it 5 or 10 minutes. But if you do have a question, go ahead and ask that question. Keith, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and we'll try to answer anybody's question if anybody has any questions about the blog platform or something that we've gone over tonight, and we will be happy to go over that with you. We're going to start doing this, by the way, at the end of every webinar presentation, to make sure that if you are stuck out there on a limb, you're not stuck out there on a limb by yourself. We want to help you in every way we can. We can basically answer any question that you have, so if you do have a question, just go ahead and comment about it by adding a comment, clicking that button right there. And Keith, I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you, brother.
All right, man. Awesome job, Chris. Thanks for adding that there at the end. And also, obviously, you probably already know this, but you do need to be logged into your Facebook account, right? They need to be logged into Facebook, Chris, to leave a comment on there. Okay. So yeah, you have to be logged into your Facebook account. And if you don't have one yet, which I'm assuming most people do on this webinar, definitely get one. It was part of the training, and I'm on 2amtraffic.biz right now too. I'm just taking a look to see if anybody is commenting, down there. And also, there's a couple of things that you can do. One, you can join our Facebook group, and you know what? I'm going to get a domain and just forward our Facebook group there, so I can just give it out on webinars. I'll have one next week. I promise that for you guys. But in the meantime, you can just go to Facebook and search 2AM Traffic. The official 2AM Traffic group is the one that just says 2AM Traffic. Nothing behind it, just 2 space AM space traffic. You can ask or request to be a member of the group, and then either Chris or I will add you to that group. You can talk to other people. You can work with other people. You can pick the brains of pro upgraded members and find out what they're doing and what kind of success they're having. And really, it's all about bringing people together for this mastermind group, which is what, again, Chris and I were talking about today, which is really important. And then, of course, there's our fan page, and if you haven't already liked us on Facebook, you can do so by just going to facebook.com/2amtraffic, and just go ahead and click on that like button, guys, because each month we choose one person, somebody who has liked our fan page, and/or has interacted with the fan page in some kind of positive way, left a positive comment. And we are seeing a lot of interaction happening on our 2AM Traffic fan page. So, you know, I know a lot of people are probably trying to earn that free membership, because basically what we do is we upgrade your membership to 2AM Traffic for free for life. Okay, so there's no more monthly payments. Even if you're a paid member, a free member, whatever the case is, we pick you. It's random. We just pick one day out of a hat. We pick that day. We go on to our that exact day, that number. Let's say it's 21. We go on there on the 21st. We look who the last person was to leave a comment and like our fan page, and we choose that member to get a free membership. Guys, it's working out really well. We've already given away like 4, I believe, free memberships, lifetime memberships. So it's cool. Just go to facebook.com/2AM Traffic, click on that like button, and let us know your thoughts, concerns, comments, suggestions. Post your 2AM Traffic blog posts on there. The only thing we ask is that there's no link posting in the group for 2AM Traffic and on the page, the fan page. You can, however, post links for your 2AM Traffic blogs only. Okay, so those are the only links that we permit if it's a 2AM Traffic blog. And the reason that it's okay to post those links is because we want to share these links with people, and we want people to comment and leave suggestions and things like that. So have you seen any questions, Chris, while I was over here talking away?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. No, Keith, there are not any questions, I guess, this evening. So we did go really long tonight, though, guys. I apologize. Usually we try to wrap it up in 30 or 45 minutes, but we did want to kind of give you a plan of action tonight. And Keith, by the way, Brandon, you did a great job tonight going through all that stuff, and I learned a lot myself. Really appreciate that, and I know everybody else does as well. So I guess we're done, man.
Cool. I know when I started, man, I was looking out the window and I could see daylight, and now it looks to be dark out there. So, yeah, cool. I guess we're done here, guys. We appreciate everything you do here with 2AM Traffic. If you do have questions and you didn't get to type them in here, just send us a support ticket, support@2amtraffic.com. God bless everyone. Have an awesome week. Stay safe, and we'll see you next Tuesday.